For 30 years, South Bend and its surrounding cities have been welcoming refugee families from all over the world.
Now South Bend's Mayor Pete Buttigieg is one of only 3 mayors in the whole state pushing to continue the warm welcome.
The move goes directly against Governor Mike Pence's plan to keep refugees out of the Hoosier State.
It's a major collaborative story by ABC 57's Evan Sery, producer Sarah Ward, and photojournalist Frank Young.
I usually stay out of national issues, but I view this as a community issue too.
After an international attack, Governor Mike Pence ordered all state agencies to suspend the resettlement of Syrian refugees.
Our community is built by people from all kinds of different backgrounds who came here from countries from Poland and Ireland to Italy and Mexico.
From all over the world to the crossroads of America.
Okay, we're gonna arrive at 12 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know how we're gonna find the cab. I don't know where we're going. I don't know if there is hotel gonna open for us, and if they're gonna. I did not thought there was welcoming party waiting for us in the airport.
Heather Gormley started an immigration legal clinic to become a beacon of light for refugees left in the dark.
Not only was this uncharitable and not in the spirit of America, which is a country based on immigrants, a country that has always extended its bounty to the world, but also an affront to our religious freedom and our ability to express our religious convictions of welcoming the stranger.
Strangers attempting to flee a country torn apart by civil war and the threat of daily violence at the hands of ISIS. Women and young girls ripped from their homes, raped and sold into slavery. Their husbands and sons killed or forced to fight.
When you don't feel safe, when you cross the streets, you don't know when the car driving next to you can go off. That is not safe.
The survivors are now spilling on to American soil. The president announced the United States would welcome 10,000 refugees.
If you are a refugee or an immigrant that recently arrived in South Bend, or even have been here for a while, there are at this point no formal programs that are connecting and serving you.
So many turn to the legal clinic for help.
Many people believe that refugees, they are fascinating on being refugees. They just want to jump in new countries and get rich in these countries. In my case, was not that.
Haider Al-Khalader was forced to resettle from Iraq with his children after his wife was killed by a car bombing.
So I decided to save what's left of my family and move to a different country.
His story, like so many others, is one of survival. Gormley, along with 8 other local religious leaders, recently sent a letter to Governor Pence, urging him to reconsider his stance on refusing refugees in need.
It's a real concern, and we all want to be safe, and we all want our children to be safe. We don't want to let bad people who want to do us harm into our country, and yet there's 14 million displaced people because of this war in Syria.
They're proposing that local religious groups share the burden of caring for these families along with the state. The system of vetting refugees was completely overhauled after 9/11.
Of all of the ways to get into the United States, the refugee process is probably the strictest. It takes about 18 to 24 months of vetting by the intelligence community, the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, and a lot of other agencies are involved.
The interview process is so extensive, it can take years for a refugee to be resettled.
And we are, even the 2 kids, they are children, and they've been that process. We're asking about all our passports and all the phones we've been used, and email accounts, internet accounts.
But once they're given the green light and by chance end up here in Michiana, where can they go for social services? According to Gormley, they enter through her doors, looking for any help they can find.
Mayor Pete has said that he would like to welcome Syrian refugees to our area, and that my hope is that if that happens, that the whole community is gathering together to think about how to welcome these refugees. They're going to need really deep counseling. They've been through horrible traumas. They're also going to need education about what it means to be in an American context, about American culture. They've heard all kinds of probably really horrible things actually about us, and that's going to need to be addressed.
For now, Gormley will continue to keep her doors open.
United States will not see other nations suffer and close their door.
Helping those who seek a comforting word, medical or legal advice, or just a place to feel welcomed. Sery reporting for ABC 57 News.